The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it's lived up to all I hoped it would be. Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began. Oh.
Thanks.
Bryn! Over here. What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil.
No one's been this close in years. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for... You have no idea what I had to do to...
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup.
Really?
Of course. It's important for the map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a what...
That's my first landmark?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings, and if you make any discoveries...
For sure.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry, and pull you just steer clear of any questions.
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led before the Surge. Caravans used the Strand. It's been completely Still, if we can get any closer to that...
I know the scry is a standard device across weaver bands. I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he...
That's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Anyway, mind explaining?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece. At the table, everyone will be able to watch the last, most important...
Right. That clears up anything I needed to...
Glad to hear it. No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
The Veil. Even more impressive up close.
Just this should magnify the enchantment, and...
Ah, thanks. Got visuals back.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth. The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
Its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
Wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken. So, if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition. Vitality tonics on your belt. Take a swig if you need it. Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Dan's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
Brilliant connections back.
Was that a drain?
Yeah.
Pulling you out.
Yes, breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Dharm, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
It's an Ash Peak Drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path. Good. Darm's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Aurea, that Drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Nice work. Keep moving. Damn it, Kazmin was right. That Drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going. You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
That can't be an Ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
isn't the strangest.
What the? Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're...
What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arm. We need to go. Now. Up ahead! Lead! Ah! I'm fine. Keep moving! Guys, the Ark!
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing...
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over
You sure she's ready for all...
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell...
Yes. I have...
As long as we don't all die here first.
Hey, take a moment to remember. This place holds mysteries beyond our wildest dreams, and
Revelations await us.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate, the Enclave was once a safe haven for all we. Since the veil went up, Weavers took the blame for decades, all because of what happened here. We owe it to ourselves, and to our brethren up maybe then. Weavers, but first, Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're adjourned.
The scry. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back. I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it, it was a...
The Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs.
You think we might find another arc that could help?
Or possibly repair this one?
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Lane, you seem lost in thought. Settling in all right?
Hmm? Oh, Bryn. Yes, I am. And you? I notice you've been keeping to yourself. I'm the first...
You did?
Are you... Oh, of course not. It's my vocation to observe. No, in fact, if you'd like, I can tell you a little...
Sev is relatively new to the team too. Has Sir...
No, she's never had an apprentice before. I don't know. No one seems to.
That's a little odd.
Not really. Typically, Ram are very... I wish you would open up, though. I'd like to learn...
Before joining, I knew Auria's band was renowned for its top-notch...
To keep a points expedition gear competitive, you need a... And there's never been a pairing more harmonious.
They are sweet together.
Did you know Sola is descended... Shame her family lost their fortune.
Are both Dharm and Sola...
No. In fact, I often wonder if Dharm's fascination...
I've travelled with the Weaver band before, but it wasn't quite as...
The obvious answer is Auria. Not only is her mother is one of the most famous enchant...
Wow. Still...
If it is, Auria makes it look easy.
You said Auria is the obvious answer to the...
Yes. While Auria runs the field, she used to be a quartermaster on the docks of Don Brett. The speed she can pack a caravan, it's no wonder that Auria
Given that I'm the newest member...
It speaks volumes that Auria trusts you with I would have thought Casmin might take over in this...
Casmin?
Up until about 6 months before you joined, it was going well. Then, out of no... I don't know if it was Auria's decision or Casmin's, but either way...
Casmin hasn't been the most welcoming to...
Knowing Casmin, if she has a problem with you, it won't be long.
Lane, offering insight about the other...
Oh, me?
Yeah. Tell me about your...
There's not much to know, really. I suppose...
what?
I've enjoyed the experience of growing up in a family embroidered... At a young age, scholastic endeavours became my... Nothing but a classical presentation of third childish...
Right.
Truthfully, I'm not sure.
You sure? Whatever's on your mind.
Yesterday, entering the Enclave, it strikes me as an opportunity. Anyway...
Loom gates must need a massive source of
Dom?
Bryn, you are going to check out the loom gate at some...
Yeah.
Good. Why it refuses to function is a...
Not worried about our survival?
Details. There is so much to discover survival will take... So, our acting point. Is your heart racing at the prospect of traversing...
Growing up in Carnhaven, my father told me stories. It's crazy to think I'm living through...
Perhaps you'll even become one.
I hope history gives our story a more flattering beginning.
With the most daring point to ever live.
Thanks, Dom.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Loom gates.
Loom gates.
You've been busy.
It's a work in progress. Speaking of, are you doing okay?
I'm great. This is the...
A point has to... Just be careful. You don't want... Oh, and listen. We've got your... Right now, we need to focus on getting our...
Sev.
Oh, fine. I mean, I'm trapped inside a also left an entire known world, but, you know, I'm fine.
Hey. At least Sola did.
True, no back pain.
Sev.
This apprenticeship...
That is completely...
Yeah.
I was talking with Sola earlier.
I wouldn't...
She'd be happy to help.
I'll...
Itching to get out there, but Aurea wants to talk to me first. Hey, Casmin. Recovering from our...
Save it, okay? I know I should have been...
Hold on, that's not...
If I had been more prepared, we wouldn't be missing half our supplies. With more supplies, if I had fixed her wing properly, we wouldn't be an unknown...
Whatever it is, just say it.
You're no Aurea. I'm sorry. But she has more experience, and who knows what's out there.
I know my job is important, but we all have a part. Trust that with everyone's help, I'll be able to do mine.
You're right. It's just that Aurea has been point for so long.
That's all I ask.
I was impressed by how you handled...
A little terrifying,
But you kept a cool head and didn't let it get the...
So after all the legends, this is it.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us train... Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for...
I was made for this, Aurea.
Watch that ego. That said, getting smacked in the face is your...
I know.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. Thankfully, Lane 3 has an old map of... It's 60 years old. Pre-Surge.
I'll update it as I...
Exactly. We've made camp in what was just below us is Glintwood Hollow. A valley on the outskirts of the... A second loom gate?
You can see it from here? Must be...
If either is functional, Dom will... I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles where...
I'll head out now. So this is a loom gate.
The Enclave constructed these for transit.
There's no sign of damage. It just...
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the...
You'd know better than any of us.
Oh, the possibilities. All the places. Metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
You're cute together. It's great to see a couple that
Could have it any other way.
After being together for 7 years.
Come, my love. There must be something.
Got you clear as a Sansa summer brim.
No interference from the Enclave?
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Vale.
That's reassuring.
More arcs.
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
Fresh water, in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Hydrus Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dom will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
This must be Hydrus Lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
Your tent. Might not be glamorous, but
It's perfect.
don't know about perfect.
Seriously. I...
Huh.
Shouldn't we be trying to find a way out of here?
Focus on one thing at a time. It's all we can do.
What is there to focus on except that we're stuck inside a magical bubble for all eternity?
How about your share of the camp setup? Less worrying and more unpacking, please.